Hello everybody and welcome back to the Purposeful Man. Today's project is all about preparing the ground to plant tall fescue grass seed in our backyard. If you've ever tried growing grass in hard-packed soil, then you know that preparation is one of the most important steps in the entire process. To make the job a little bit easier, I picked up this 13-inch 12-amp built hard detacher. While it's primarily designed to remove thatch from existing lawns, I'm using it here to help loosen and break up the top layer of this very compacted soil. I was able to purchase this detacher through Amazon for about $80 while it was on sale. I also have a bag of coated grass seed that contains starter fertilizer and filler. Products like these are great for patching small bare spots or repairing thin areas in an existing lawn. However, when you're dealing with large areas like this, they're usually not the most cost-effective option. You can see inside the bag the mix of seed, fertilizer, and moss, which again is very good for repairing bare spots on an existing lawn. For this project, I've chosen to go with a quality tall fescue blend from Ace Hardware. Tall fescues tend to perform very well here in North Texas because it develops deep roots, handles stress reasonably well, and provides a thicker, more durable lawn over time. It also gives you significantly more seed for your money compared to many of the patch and repair products on the market. The plan today is simple. Loosen the top 1 to 2 inches of soil, remove any debris, break up the compacted areas, and level everything out so it's ready for seeding. Once that's complete, I'll wait for my delivery of seeding straw before putting down the actual seed. The straw will help protect the seed from birds, wind, heavy rain, while also helping the soil retain moisture for germination. Okay, so the detacher, the built hard detacher, worked really well. I got this little device here through Amazon. It was about for $89, and I figured it would save me a lot of time, and it has, and it's done a really good job. I can't really get into the edges, so I'm still gonna have to use something to soften those corners and those edges off. But that's minimal compared to having to do this whole space. And so, as you probably could have seen by the time phase video, a lot of dust really comes up. So I probably should have used some sort of face covering so that I wasn't breathing that in. But you'll see the results here are pretty good, with the soil being really soft. And so it'll make it a lot easier for the seed to be able to grow with this softer soil. Once I get that seeding straw delivered, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down a good quantity of seed on this area, apply the straw on top of it, and then start watering it regularly to see that growth. Once we get that delivery, we'll go ahead and do that portion of the video. All right, so welcome back. It's been about 6 days since we did our last video where we were preparing the grounds. Since then, we had a massive hailstorm here at Burke-Burnett, Texas, and we had a ton of leaves in this space that fell down from the trees and whatnot. So we had to go with the detacher again, with that built tight detacher that I bought through Amazon at about $80 or so, and that obviously saved me a lot of time and effort in doing this work and being able to soften this dirt again and prepare it for the seeding. We ended up getting also our seeding straw It was ordered through Lowe's at about $15, and they delivered it free to my residence. They didn't have any at the store, and I didn't want to go with the more expensive option, which was getting 3 cubic feet of moss to be able to lay down, because that would have come out to about $200, and I figured I'd try with this. So I was being economic on that front. And so we have our seed ready, our tall Fescue lawn seed blend. If you can see here, we have it ready. What we're going to do one last time is we're gonna just hit the sides, the edges, because the detacher can't get to the edges. It's smart to use a pointed shovel to be able to get those areas so that the seed can germinate properly. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quickly, and we're gonna go ahead and prepare the dirt so that it's nice and straight and level, and then we're gonna put the seed. So I'll go ahead and do a time face on that one so that you can see what that looks like. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully this video is enjoyable to all of you. Okay, so now that the ground is ready, now we can go ahead and lay down the seed. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and then on top of the seed, we're gonna put the seeding straw so that we can retain the moisture and prevent any birds from eating that seed, or it, blowing away or whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, so as you can see there's the seed. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the camera and show you a close-up now so that you can see just how much concentration of seed is on the soil. Okay, so here we go. This is kind of the concentration of the seed on the soil. And so hopefully that will be able to germinate well. We'll go ahead and add this Pennington Street seeding straw now. All right, so now that we have the seeding done and we've already put the seeding straw on top of it, one of the most important things that you need to do is obviously water the seed. And they suggest that you water it a couple times per day, 2 to 3 times a day, especially in the areas where there's a lot of sun and where it dries up. You probably want to hit that, make sure that it is it's getting plenty of water, it's maintaining that moisture so that the seed can grow. Another one of the things that you need to do is try not to step on the soil, right? You don't want to compress the seed. You don't want to disrupt it as it is trying to establish roots and whatnot. And of course, when you water, you want to use the shower option. You do not want to have it on jet, because then that would spread the seed around, that would move the soil, and it would disrupt that growth. So I'm gonna go ahead and water it, give it a light watering just so that it has moisture. And then at night, before I go to bed, I'll probably just give it another little watering just so that it maintains that moisture throughout the night. Probably noticed that I picked up the water hose in the middle so that I didn't drag it across the ground. The reason for that is because the straw it's so light and the grass is right under it. You don't want to disrupt it, and so by moving the water hose around, it's going to drag it and it's going to move your seed around. So I try to minimize that as much as possible, because obviously you don't want any patchy spots once the seed germinates and comes up. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, and then we're going to start seeing the progress as we go week by week. All right, God bless you, and have a purposeful day.